Hello everybody. No more Mr. Nice Guy part 2. I just posted a video about the harmful effects of being so-called nice guy. When we do things we don't feel to please somebody, when we trying to show something that we are really not. And we have so much resistance doing something, but for some reason we call it nice. I don't believe if anybody does for me something that they don't really want to do, I don't necessarily consider it nice. For me, I would only like to see things that done for me from the open heart, not because I expect them, not because I would like them to happen, but because the person that doing them really feel like doing it. And this is the point of this video, guys. I think number one checkpoint is make sure that when you do something for another person, you do it because you feel like it, because that's what you really want to do. Your heart asks you to do that, and it's a real and easy check, because you can ask yourself, do I want to bring these lady flowers for the date, or do I only do it because I watched Veronica's videos or someone else's videos that say bring flowers? You know, maybe sometimes you should ignore advice if that's not how you feel. Definitely we learning about, for example, like on my channel, we learn about Eastern European, Russian, Ukrainian culture, and I give you advice, but by any meaning, guys, I'm not trying to push that oh, you should do it this way. If that's something that doesn't align with who you are, if you don't enjoy doing it, if you don't believe it, if you don't feel right about it, you should not do that. It's the best check. Would you do still the same action if you know nothing would come out of it? Let's say when you buy flowers for a lady, and let's say you know ahead of time that you will never see her again, but you know she does inspire you in some ways. She is a person that you love just to spend maybe one evening with, because you enjoy it, you have the inner desire to do it. It's the same if let's say I grocery shop in Ukraine or even in US, and I had a very good month, and I see an older lady that cannot buy some food, and I feel that I want to help her. Do I suppose to wait for something in return? Something that we never agreed on? But if I feel the inner desire to help her, you know, buy her the groceries or carry her bag to the car, or maybe, you know, give you a hand to help you to go across the street. This is some things I've actually done in Ukraine, and I've enjoyed them. And I think this is one of the main points of No More Mr. Nice Guy book, and just in general, it applies just as much to female, to ladies. Same thing. Very often, you know, women do things because they're trying to please the family, they're trying to please the husband, and they have very little to no space for any of their desires. I think in Eastern Europe more so, because you know I've met some of my friends, and a lot of them can't even go to see me unless it's right after work or in the middle on a lunch break, because their husband wouldn't think that you know they can take just time off for somebody except for the family. But that's a little bit different, that's a little bit off topic somewhat, but the point is, when we do things for others, whether it's opposite gender, same gender, we have to remember one main rule. We do these things because we enjoy doing them. We don't do them because we want something in return. This is a nice guy strategy. And guys, it does not apply to just basic politeness, just basic courtesy, just basic human things. Of course, if I maybe do not like the person so much, but I'm still gonna say hi, thank you. Let's say I have a cashier in a grocery store that is very slow. I'm gonna keep the regular politeness. I might want to say something, but I still will say it in a respectful manner. Being nice, it has a very bad root that unfortunately was seeded in a way by our parents, or people that we grew up with. They didn't know any better. We always felt like we need to earn love, we need to earn things, and only if we are good we can get it. And I catch myself sometimes, I say funny things like that to my son, and I'm stopping myself because I don't want to give him the wrong pattern of a relationship. And yes, sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, I just took him to this great, incredible vacation and he's doing this. But I didn't take him to vacation because I wanted him to praise me for that. I took him to vacation because I want to give him the gift of joy, experiences, and having a wonderful time. I'm happy because I know he enjoyed it. When he says thank you and appreciates things, I do feel good about it. It shows me that he's respectful, he appreciates me. But I didn't do things for him that then I can use it somehow, like blackmail him, And I've noticed that sometimes I'm close to do those things just because we were brought up this way. We were taught that, we were taught this kind of pattern, back in times, that we do things to be nice, and hopefully if we are nice we can gain something. And I don't want to go too much, guys, into it. We're gonna discuss this book, No More Mr. Nice Guy, in our VIP club. It's gonna be somewhat a book club, because I think there are people that spend lifetime researching these kind of things, and I do believe they can bring some great value to what we do. And it never hurt to learn, to share experiences. The point of the VIP club and the point of discussing books is we can expand our mind and see how can we implement the book in our real everyday life. For me, that's another reminder. Don't do something if you really don't want to do it. Be honest. It's gonna hurt, but be honest. Tell the person, no, I cannot come and do this for you, because that brings so much more honesty. And another thing, guys, that the person that we are being nice to is totally misled. They think that we want to go, let's say, out with them. They think that we enjoy doing that thing for them. It's our responsibility to be clear on what we do. And very often, of course, in a relationship, that's a big issue, because that's the issue number one, I think, especially in US. Like in a couple, two people, one of them doing something and another one isn't so happy, but the person does not bring up the situation because they think that if they would bring it up, it would, rock the boat, and the things will go south. Instead of stop right there and tell honestly that you don't appreciate that certain action or whatever the person done, so the snowball wouldn't grow into big snowball and a huge problem. That then after you've been holding back, you're trying to be nice, but it creates this wall of misunderstanding, and then it's just simply, after some time, it's just simply too late, and there is nothing you can do to fix that. So now I want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about that? Do you ever thought about that connection, that being nice is actually not so nice? you know, nor for you, neither, or neither for you nor for the other person. It actually makes things worse. So we're gonna talk about this. I'm actually I read only several chapters of the book, but honestly, I enjoy the reading books experience. But I'm looking at just life, and I realize I analyze, you know, my own experiences, and I can see in some situation I was, you know, Miss Nice Girl, and in some situation I was with Mr. Nice Guy. So I can relate to both roles. So guys, let's share. What about you? Did you have experience like that? Do you having them now? And do you think that something has to be changed for us to be more happier and being able to enjoy our relationship more? Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow my Facebook page so you can see my live videos and we can stay in touch. And if you would like to join the VIP club, please let me know. And I will see you next time. Thank you.